In today's preaching, Sims 4 release date, Steam console release date, and finally, Batman Arkham Knight trailer review. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another preaching. My name is Prophet, and today our first topic is The Sims 4. How come I've waited so long? Well, I've been doing stuff, and right now, The Sims 4 is apparently about to be released, at least in Norway, around the 20th of August. I don't know if my sources are correct or not on this, but at least that's what I have heard and seen. Am I excited? Am I hyped for this? Well, let's be frank, I actually do like the series and the franchise, but I'm not hyped at all, okay? Even though I like the game, I'm disgusted by their business model. Not that I see any other way of doing it, but definitely the way that they do things is that they give you a game that is not really complete. It is at least featureless. Feature lacking? Yeah, it lacks a ton of features that is really required to make a really good game. So what they do to compensate is that they release a ton of DLCs along the line, yeah. And then after X amount of DLCs, they will release a Sims 4 game, or like the next number, which is understandable. It's a good business model that works, but for consumers, not really, because that means that, for example, I played the shit out of Sims 2. I played it a ton and I have many DLCs, whereas, for example, School Life or University thingy, as well as Business Life, was my kind of favorite ones. After playing the ton out of that very early on, I think it was my sister who bought Sims 3 for us, maybe it was I'm not sure. Anyway, we got Sims 3, which was cool. It was good. But without all the DLCs, you have a worse experience. So I would say that I would kind of just want to go back to Sims 2 and continue to play that, because that's where the fun was, right? That's kind of sad. It's really sad because, right, I can never go, or it will be hard to go back to Sims 2 because there are many features that are just like there, present, that makes the game better, such as like the city view and stuff, which you did not really have in Sims 2, whereas there you would have to really create, it's hard to explain. You would have loading screens each time you would go out in the main view, and everyone that is within the city, it's not real time. If I make in Sims 3, the way you do things is that you have one place, and that as long as you play any kind of game inside that place, time would always be going for every sim. But in Sims 2, it's like, technically I can take one sim, marry him or her to another person, and then take another one and marry him to the same person, because it's different saves within the same city. It's kind of like fubbly and bubbly, right, like that. So it's hard to go back to that right now, which is a shame, because I personally had a lot more fun with stuff like Business Life, which was amazing. I created Arthas, a completely white-haired guy, kind of gray skin, undead skin, and he would just go around and being a total boss. That was really good. It felt good. It was good. It was fun. But I can't do that. That is a feature that I did not have in Sims 3, which is a shame because it was really, really good. Now, what does that really mean? Would I then continue to buy the franchise? Well, basically, if you wait too long, you might end up having to pay something like close to $200 for the complete set, sort of, like for all the cool DLCs, which is a big shame because not everyone really have that amount of money just laying around. But buying it just separately, you will really have a bad experience, or not bad experience, but you will have a lacking experience for the amount of gameplay that you can put into it. There are a lot of features that's not going to be there, most likely. So I will definitely wait for the first reviews, first impressions, and read up on the features that's within the game prior to actually buying it. Because I don't want to go from Sims 3, which we now have some DLCs through, for example, Humble Bundle and other like things we have bought throughout the time, of course. I think that would be currently just a better experience than going up into a feature-less game. We have the Steam console. The Steam console is approximately or tipped to be released around October, November. What does that mean? Well, that means that it's gonna be bought for birthdays, and yeah, honestly, that's a really weird time of releasing it. Because usually you would want to release it around holidays or time periods where there are actually stuff going on. We have the spring sales, we have summer sales, we have winter sales, we have Christmas. There's a lot of holidays that we can release this, and I hope they're going for some kind of fall sale there, where they're just like, here's our fall release, and people might actually go for it. Honestly, I do not know really what to say. And there I just got a Facebook sound for those who heard that double. I feel bad for you. Anyway, there are a lot of things about the Steam console that I enjoy, but there are a lot of features about the Steam console that I did not like. Right? There are a lot of useless parts. I've covered this in a previous video, and it is a ton of useless parts within the Steam console, such like an i7, which would not really have any benefit there. I don't know why it's really in there, unless it counts as streaming the game as I don't even know. So obviously it's a good thing that it has Steam. I really do hope that the Steam machine will have bigger sales, or that the prices will be lowered when it comes to games on it, because I feel like it's generally a bad thing. Okay, so I really want the prices to be lowered for it, because, well, if you're buying pretty much buying a console that is made by Steam, based on Steam, and you can only play pretty much Steam games, not that only Steam games, then I really feel like you deserve like cut in prices, because, well, honestly, let's put it frankly, there are not many reasons why you would actually go for the Steam console right now. We have just like the new gen consoles have been released. They have a lot of games and titles which are exclusive for it. The Steam console will not have any exclusives whatsoever, because, well, it's based on Steam, and Steam is on PC. Yeah, Frank. I don't know what there is to say about this, really. It's true. There are very few things that are extremely appealing about it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it, though. I think that it can be really a nice upgrade from what we have currently. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Batman Arkham Knight trailer. I was asked by a lot of people to cover this. I don't know why, because repeatedly I've said two things. One, I do not like superheroes, I'm not a big fan of them. I always like some of them, but I'm not a fan. Two, a trailer? Really? Why would... Okay, so let's just cover this really quickly, okay? The trailer, really well made. There is a lot of nice little thing, the CIS or the CS or whatever it's called. Really pretty, really nice, good animations, all of that. But I don't know why you would actually like... It had a good story to it. Seems cool, but again, it's all pre-rendered footage. It have nothing to do with the gameplay. This could technically be an 8-bit game. It wouldn't make a difference. That is not the graphics. That is not the in-game graphics. You know, even in a trailer such as Dragon Age Inquisition, which was a gameplay trailer, had just a ton of pre-rendered footage. The CIS was just through the roof, dead on. It was, I don't know. It's all made to look cool, and catch and start a hype, which is, yeah, it worked. It worked great, and that is why they continue to do so. But people should understand that these trailers do not cover at all what the game is all about. if you would, for example, watch the Rome 2 trailers, a lot of them were great, amazing, but they always fucked up, and it was just pre-rendered footage, bad footage, and just terrible in general. So yeah, that is my opinions on that. And now, before the next topic, I will go to play drums, so I'll see you guys then. Fuck pre-rendered footage, man. It's so terrible. Fuck it. Alright, finally in today's episode. Well, what do we got here? What do we got here? Well, of course, Shadow of Mordor release date. Well, this is just a tiny little bonus thing here, but Shadow of Mordor, a game that I've been hyped for quite some time now, is deemed to be released around 7th of October 2014. Now, we have also gotten the minimum and recommended specs for the game. And honestly, it seems kinda edgy, because the network, apparently you need a broadband internet connection. That means that it will probably be DRM filled, which is pretty disgusting, to be honest. A lot of games have that nowadays, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem, because it forces us to be online at any given time, to be even allowed to play our games, which is a problem. But if it's going to be on Steam, you have, of course, the offline mode, so hopefully that works. And the thing that really stands out to me is the fact that compared the minimum and recommended differences is approximately 15 gigabytes in hard drive space. So I really wonder what the heck are those 15 gigabytes going to be for? It can't only be graphics. It can't possibly be graphics. 15 gigabytes of graphics there. So yeah, that would be interesting to see how that goes about. Okay, so that happened. And of course, it's apparently recommended that you have an i7 processor here. I don't know who made these specs, or yeah, because an i7 never really needed unless you're gonna be streaming or making YouTube videos. But yeah, that was just the wrap up for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I don't know what, yeah, I don't know. See you guys.